Hey, how are you? Today we are going to talk about Newton-Raphson method, how to solve a quadratic equation by Newton-Raphson method. First, we are going to know the general formula of Newton-Raphson method. The general formula of Newton-Raphson method is we have x n plus 1 is equals to x n minus f x n divided by f x n. Having an equation, example, we have an equation like x cubic subtract 2x minus 5 is equals to 0. Let that be our function. So in this case, our f x n is our initial equation, which is x cubic minus 2x minus 5. Then our f x n, in this case, our f x n is the differentiation of f x. Are we together up to that point? Then where n is equals to 1, it can be either be 2, 3, or to whichever the value. And this n is where our root will lie. Where our root will lie. So we continue the equation here. So our f x n is the differentiation of our initial equation. By differentiation, we mean 3, it will be 3x squared subtract 2. So our equation will be xn plus 1 is equals to xn minus our fxn will be x cubic minus 2x minus 5 divided by 3x squared minus 5. So simply our formula will be, if we choose our x naught to be, for example, 2. Therefore, our formula will be x naught is equals to x naught minus fx naught all over x naught. So in our case here, our fx naught will be replacing 2 to our equation here. For our fx naught will be, it will be 2 cubic minus 2 into 3 minus 5, which will be 8 minus 4 minus 5, which is equals to negative 1. Then we have fx naught. Replacing 2, we have 2 or 3 into 2 squared minus 5, which will give us 12 minus 2, which is equals to 10. Then we have our formula is x naught is equals to x naught minus fx naught over f. The differentiation of our fx naught is this one. So we write x naught is equals to our x naught here. Our x naught here is 2. So we have 2 is minus our fx naught we've gotten is -1. So minus 1 divided by our fx naught 1 is equals to 10. So we have 10, which will be 2 plus 1 over 10, which will give us 2.1. This 2.1 will be our x1. The value of our x1 will be 2.1. So in our formula here, we are going to have x1 is equals to x1 minus fx1 over fix of 1. So we have x1 will be equals to, our x1 is 2.1, subtract our equation here, we replace x with 2.1. We replace x with 2.1. So it will be 2.1 cubic minus 2 into 2.1 minus 5 divided by 3 into 2.1 squared minus 2. This one, the upper equation will give you 0.061, and this one will give you 11.23 when you use your calculator. Then we have 2.1 minus 0.061 divided by 11.23. This one will give you 2.094568. So our answer will be, because this answer and the 2.1 here we found, when you round off 9, it will give you 2.1. Then it means that the answer will be 2.1 or 2.09 in 3 significant figures and 2.1 in 1 decimal place. Then this means that the Newton-Raphson method, we are going to conclude that the Newton-Raphson method always converges easily than the bisection method.